everyone, and welcome back to the Utini Update, your weekly look at Star Wars news and Star Wars community news. My name is Eric, and today we have a bunch to get into. Dragon Con gave us a filming date for Ahsoka Season 2, the Acolyte star speaks out officially about the show's cancellation, a sci-fi legend joins the Mandalorian and Grogu, and the reviews are in for Star Wars Outlaws. Be sure to hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't, and let's jump right into it. Dragon Con was this past weekend in Atlanta, Georgia, and along with Alex Damon handing over the Star Wars trivia crown to a new legend named Logan, check out the link to the test in the description by the way, we got a few very interesting Star Wars updates. First off, Natasha Liu-Bordizzo, who you may know better as Sabine from Ahsoka, revealed that the second season of the show is looking to film by summer of 2025. Now, this may be a surprise to some folks given that the date is almost 2 full years after the first season finale, but with series creator Dave Filoni busy with The Mandalorian and Grogu through the end of 2024, the delay seems more than warranted. Now, whether plot points from Mando Grogu will be incorporated into Ahsoka's second season, it's anyone's guess. But if there's anything we can be certain of in Star Wars, it's that Dave loves playing with his favorite toys, right? So chances are we'll see a bit of crossover between the two projects. But Ahsoka wasn't the only Star Wars property to get some love over the weekend, as Manny Jacinto, the stranger or Khmer from the Acolyte, appeared on a panel where he got to talk all about the show. And in addition to blushing a bit when asked about the multiple fan edits showcasing his arms, Jacinto revealed that one of his life goals remains Season 2 of the Acolyte. Perhaps adding fuel to the fire that the show's recent cancellation may not be the end of the story after all. Be sure to check out our full Dragon Con roundup as well as links to everything we'll be discussing today in the description down below. But not every piece of Acolyte news this past week came from a panel. The most important event may have in fact taken place on Instagram. Last week, Amandla Stenberg, who played Osha and May on the show, took to her stories to discuss her full thoughts on the show's cancellation. In addition to thanking fans for their incredible support, Stenberg didn't hold back when it came to calling out various hate groups for their behavior towards the show and its cast. Even while admitting that she wasn't surprised by the show's cancellation, Stenberg acknowledged the vitriol and prejudice that was spewed by far-right coalitions towards the Acolyte before a single episode even aired. She went on to talk about how this is kind of a problem in media as a whole right now, saying that we all kind of live in our own little echo chambers and that we really all need to be mindful of what we're consuming on a daily basis, saying that these kind of things are going to keep happening if we don't change our behavior as a whole. Nonetheless, she did say that her experience on the show was an incredible honor, and she reinforced that the entire team at Lucasfilm was wonderful to work with, especially Leslie Headland, who she hailed as one of the best people in the world. Shifting away from the small screen to the big screen, the newest Star Wars film added a bit of star power this week as sci-fi legend Sigourney Weaver confirmed her upcoming involvement in The Mandalorian and Grogu. While accepting a Lifetime Achievement Award at the Venice Film Festival, Weaver was asked about her next project, which revealed her addition to the Jon Favreau-directed endeavor, which will finally bring Din Djarin and his adopted son to movie theaters everywhere. And although her role is being kept under wraps for the moment, Weaver did admit that she was able to meet Grogu in person recently. So whether this was a behind-the-scenes interaction or perhaps a look at her first day on set, only time will tell. Regardless, Weaver is no stranger to the landscape of massive franchises, with her work in the worlds of Alien and Avatar cementing her as an icon of the industry. And it doesn't hurt that she's carried some pretty big box office returns in her wake, as something that Star Wars surely won't mind come May of 2026. And finally, Star Wars Outlaws finally hit wide release last Friday. And I don't know about you, but my entire weekend was consumed by it, hitting about 27 hours before finally going to bed Sunday night. But aside from my personal gaming marathon, the initial reactions to the game have been pretty good. Currently sitting at a 76 on Metacritic, reviewers have praised the game's open world design and ambitious take on Star Wars storytelling, but technical issues and some questionable gameplay design choices have hindered it from becoming the next true Star Wars gaming masterpiece. Personally, I totally see what they're talking about, but given how my weekend went, those issues clearly didn't stop me from playing. Sure, the map can be frustrating at times, and I did have one total crash out in the middle of a cutscene, but overall, I've been having a total blast just playing for hours and hours on end. I mean, this is the Star Wars game I've been wanting since I was a kid. It's the Red Dead. It is the complete open world freedom of living in the universe, going to Tatooine and going to Tashara and just getting lost for hours. I absolutely love it. And a special shout out has to go to Humberly Gonzalez, who not only gives a fantastic performance as Kay Vess, but has also been the most responsive and excited Star Wars actor we've seen in a while. She spent the entire weekend hyping up the game and responding to fans online, and it's always just phenomenal to see someone who clearly loves Star Wars so much be embraced so completely by the fan community. And that's all we have for this week. Are you disappointed in the Ahsoka timing update? Do you stand alongside Amandla Stenberg? And just how much Outlaws have you played already? Let us know in the comments down below, and hit that like button and be sure to subscribe if you want to keep celebrating Star Wars with us. Until next time, may the Force be with you.